Hey everyone, Jeff Saari from Jeff Saari Coaching. So I'm creating part 5 right now of my roadmap to zero stress leadership. And part 5 is about running meetings well. Okay, so in your work lives, in your organizational lives, your business lives, you are probably part of meetings from time to time or a lot. And so meetings can be such a drain or a drag. And I've been part of those kind of meetings, and I've heard others part of those meetings even currently. Meetings don't have to be run badly, right? And so there's such an opportunity to run a meeting very well, to build morale, to get the business at hand done, and to, just deliver a good process. So facilitation actually means to make process easier for the participants. So we want to make it easy for people to come together and get on with the business at hand. So my overarching, again, this is a top level view. We need a clear purpose for the meeting, right? We don't want to just meet to meet. Sometimes that's fun. Hey, let's go have some lunch or whatever. But when we're getting together, you want to clarify the purpose of the outcome of the meeting, okay? So we're meeting to discuss about business development systems, or to make sure our lead times are being met, right? So you're meeting for a purpose. The next one is I build appreciation into every meeting, or most every meeting that I conduct. And I encourage other people to do that as well, because appreciation, while it may not seem like that's part of the business at hand, the overall business at hand, or the overall purpose of being in business, is to foster collaborative, creative, equal human beings, right? So you want to bring that to life in your meetings. So I build in a space for specific appreciations that people have for each other, or the organization, or whatever. But I hold the space and I open up appreciation, and it always is used, okay? People need appreciation, they want it, and it's just good practice. The other good practice I build into is building relationships. And this could just be a 2-minute experience, where you say, hey, what's one of the best things that happened to you this past week? Or what's one hobby that you have? I have so many different exercises that I've used with groups. Some range from 2 minutes to 30 minutes, or even longer, with team building games, right? We're not going to talk about team building here, but relationship building does build team over time. So we get to know each other as human beings, and that's just good practice, right? So we relate to each other, not through our roles exclusively, but that we're actually humans like each other, with thoughts, feelings, hobbies, relationships, things we do out of work, those kind of things. So appreciation, purpose, appreciation, building, relationship. Of course, then you're going to have the agenda at hand. We're going to talk 15 minutes on this, 15 minutes on that, and you have a time frame on the meeting, which is hugely important. We don't want meetings to run over unless it's consciously decided as a group, right? So you want to stick to the agenda and make sure that you've got it, that you're stewarding it well, making it easy for people to move through these themes. Then you want to close well, meaning, thank you so much for your participation, or even a question, a guiding question, like, what are you taking away from this meeting? What are the outcomes or the next steps? Let's document those. So you want to close up well and make sure that everyone's clear, one, about your appreciation for them in the space, but also what they're taking away and or committing to doing, right? The last thing I have at start here is the actual stance of the facilitator. So you are in control of the meeting, and I call it gentle command, because one, I'm not going to be a dictator, but I'm also not going to be too loosey-goosey to let it get out of hand, right? Or go into places that maybe aren't part of the agenda. And so one way I do that is creating good ground rules. And another way I do it is just really being focused on each person's body language, on maybe unproductive behaviors like over-talking each other, or maybe you have a space hogger, someone that just always jumps in, that may have valuable insights but is constantly talking, or very long-winded. as a facilitator, you can grow into your stature to mediate these behaviors. And like I said, make a smooth process for the participants. Okay, so I call it gentle command, like being in charge, but gently. Okay, so if you like this video, share it with other professionals that may find it useful. This is part 5 of a 5-part series of zero stress leadership. Post a comment, I'd love to hear it. And thanks so much. Take care.